So now we are looking at April 2022. Of April 2022. So question number 1. Inasema you have been nominated by the organization to make a media announcement of a new product. Propose 5 factors you might consider when choosing media for press release. So factors consider in choosing media. Choosing media for press release. For press release. I think we covered these factors in our notes. So you can recite them. Number 1, you must consider the cost involved. Good. How much are they going to charge you? Number 2, potential markets, potential, or what you can also call target market or audience. What else? Nature of the product. Nature of the product. Another one. The capacity of the farm. The capacity of the farm. You also need to look at the expertise. The expertise or the experience of the farm. Nature of the farm, the expertise or experience of the farm. Yeah. Explain 5 disadvantages of using questionnaires to collect information. Disadvantages of using questionnaires. One. Yeah. Respondents may be willing answer the questions. Answer the questions. That is what we call the reluctance to respond. They are not willing, they are not motivated. Something else? Yeah, the questions might be misunderstood. Questions might be misunderstood, and you are not there to clarify to the respondent what exactly you needed. What else? Yeah. They cannot use with people who cannot read and write. People who cannot read and write, they cannot use questionnaires. Now I'm saying people who cannot read and write, instead of saying illiterate, because the person may be educated by their bride, or they are not able to write. Although now those who are educated and they are blind, we have the option of brailles, but that would be too expensive. Too expensive. But the less they search targets them, or is extracting information that only them could be having. Anything else? Yeah, not suitable. To explore complex issues. Yeah. Maybe you are looking at the health of a person. In a simple way, you simply ask the person, are you sick? They say yes or no. But now the complexity, when did you start getting sick? What do you think is the cause? What has been the journey? What has been the experience? All those kind of things. Again, if you are looking at relationships, are you divorced? Are you separated? When someone tells you yes, how do you get now to get to the details of what happened and what they are doing about it now? What else? Yeah, it is anonymous. There is anonymous respondents. And particularly when you come across a questionnaire and you think that what has been written here requires a follow-up, maybe either to help the person further, or to safeguard the society, or to save some other persons. Yeah. You see, like when we are doing counseling, as counseling psychologists, we are supposed to be very confidential. Any information you share with me, I'm not supposed to disclose it to any other person. However, we have exemptions. If, for example, I realize you are about to do something that can harm me, or you are planning to go harm other persons, then at that point, I will disclose even without your permission. I will talk to the authorities, or I will talk to the persons concerned. So in such cases, then it becomes a little difficult. Okay, so I think tulikuwa tumeulizwa how many points? 5. So those are good enough. The next inasema, with relevant examples, analyze 5 characteristics of a good sales speech. Characters of a good sales speech. Characters of a good sales speech. What do you think? One of them should be what? Sam. The speech should be brief and clear about the product. Yeah, it should be brief and clear about the product. You get give us another one. Should be persuasive. Yeah, should be persuasive. Persuasive to the audience. Yeah. You should ensure that you are persuading them to buy. Kevin? Within the 10 minutes. Should be timely. Communicate when it is within time. Sam? Should tell the audience of the time access the product. Yeah. Inform how to access the product. The product. Something else is that the speech should create what we call urgency. Let them know that they need to buy the product here now. Something else that I normally find with Safaricom adverts is entertainment. You find the two adverts wanafanyanga, maybe wameweka music, wameweka some very beautiful scenes. Unaangalia hivyo unaona it's something that is what is entertaining. And something else that you find with this, you should disclose benefits. Disclose benefits. Why should I buy your product? How do I start to benefit? So you need to tell people that kind of information. So I think those are good enough 5 points. Question 2, explain the meaning of interpersonal communication. The meaning of interpersonal communication. Bridget, what do you mean by this?
It's the exchange of information between two or
It's the exchange of information. Yes. The exchange of information between two or more persons. Between two or more persons. The exchange of information between two or more persons. Okay, then they are asking us, analyze 4 reasons why good interpersonal communication is essential at the workplace. So the essence of interpersonal communication, or the importances of interpersonal communication at the workplace. Sam? Enhances teamwork. Enhances or it creates teamwork. When people are talking to each other, they're able to get teamwork, and you know the benefits of teamwork are so great. Kelvin? Increases productivity. Yeah, it increases productivity, which is closely related to teamwork. People are happy, people are able to exchange idea, and productivity goes up. Bridget? It avoids?
miscommunication.
Yeah. It minimizes miscommunication. You know, if we have been talking quite often, you get used to me, you get used to understand how I talk, how I speak. And therefore, when I'm speaking to you about the serious thing, you can easily understand what I'm saying or what I'm not saying. Yeah, that's why actually you hear people saying, mimi ndio namjua. Ukiona hivyo, it means this way. Yeah. Now that can only come if you have been having interpersonal communication. But if you have not been having that communication, then it becomes very difficult. Eugene, good morning and welcome. What else?
Minimizes conflicts between God.
Yeah, minimizes conflicts. Minimizes conflicts. Yeah, it helps us to minimize conflicts, and still closely related to that, it also helps us in solving conflicts. It helps in solving conflicts because we have been in talks, and therefore, ile siku tumekosana, it becomes a bit easy to solve the conflicts. Benefits of forming departmental committees is a strategy to improve internal communication. What are some of the benefits that you get if you form a committee? So benefits of a committee. Reject. One, there is what we call pooling of skills. Pooling of skills. If you have come together, it is much easier to bring your skills together. And when the skills have been brought together, you benefit. Like now, what I found you doing yesterday, discussing. What you get out of that discussion is far much better than what you get when you are doing it alone. Because there is pooling of what? Skills. Something else that the committees do is that there is dispersing of power. Dispersing of power. The meaning of that is that instead of the decision being made by Bwana Mkubwa alone, we allow some other people in form of a committee to come in and make the decision. So there is dispersing of power. Another thing is that there is training. There is training ground. When you are together and you are making decisions, you go and listen to some people and you realize that they have a better idea, they have a better way of doing things, and it becomes a way of learning. Another one is better decisions are made. Better decisions are made. Better decisions are made. Again, when you're in a committee, you are in a position to make the right decisions. Something else is that high acceptance of decisions. So when we make decisions as a committee, even if you never have your way through, at least you are part of the process. So it does not face out of resistance. As opposed to where we start saying, this is their decision. But when we have been involved, we feel that it is our decision and we would want to see our decision come to pass successfully. So I think to go to Maurice to how many? 5. Tushaandika 5. Mmefika 5?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Discuss 4 functions of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication, functions or benefits of non-verbal communication. Verbal communication. Yes, sir. It completes formal communication. I think we came across this yesterday. What else? Kevin? It can be a substitute. Substitutes verbal communication. We get shows what? Emotions and attitudes, Emotions and attitudes. What else? Actually, this one I should have written verb, not formal. That's right. Your compliments is I want us to highlight as a complete. Compliment. To compliment, if I compliment you, it means I make you complete. Yeah, compliment type. What else?
I used willingness.
Yeah. Effective. With talent. Audience. And something else, very effective in influence. Very effective in influencing people. You can easily ignore my words, but you may not easily ignore my body gestures. Yeah. That's why people, when they want to make very strong relationships, they rarely communicate using words. They use body gestures. Because body gestures, because of what you have said, they have emotions, and we are all emotional. We respond to them in a very effective way. Yeah. Actually, we pay a lot of weight to the non-verbals compared with the verbals. That's why you hear someone saying, hata kama alikuwa anaongea hivyo, mimi niliona hapo hakuna. Hata kama aliongea hivyo, mimi niliona it will work. Don't worry. Have you ever heard of such statements? Yeah. Whereby someone is saying, ile ilisemwa kwa maneno is most likely not the true case. Because of the emotions and attitudes. We pay a lot of weight to that. The next is discuss, not that one we already have done. Assess 5 benefits of conducting business through video conference. So benefits of video conference. Benefits of video conference. This is becoming very popular, although some people are still reluctant to adapt it. I mean, what is the benefit number 1? Yeah, it overcomes distance barrier. Distance barrier. Yeah, so you can use it so well, even when there is a distance barrier. So it does not matter where the person is. What else? It is economical. It is economical. You don't have to spend a lot. Like we have a meeting we normally hold as a board somewhere. When we go there, there is a lot of food that is prepared, and several people are involved in all that. So there has been a suggestion, why don't we hold this meeting online? If you hold it online, only the people in the meeting will be involved. You don't involve the security guys, you don't involve the kitchen people. Yeah. And again, you don't incur the costs of food and drinks. But unfortunately, you find, that means it is what? It is economical. And you don't have to travel from where you are to go for the meeting. It saves even time. But again, you will still find there are some people who may not be very comfortable. What else? It can be held at any place, any time. Actually, the other day we wanted to see a CEO somewhere, and someone was saying he's not in the office. But it was saying nowadays you don't have to be in the office for you to do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, especially if they are just normal procedures. Hata kama uko kwa mkutano elsewhere, unatoka tu nje kidogo, you get into the video conference, you address the issue, you say yes or no, and things move. Yeah. So you can hold it at any place, any time. We need, tulikuwa tumeitishwa ngapi? 5. Hii karatasi inaonekana ni 5 eh? So soma utafute kisha least 6, 7 points. But no, these are 5, 5. What else? Kevin?
Information is very fast.
Yeah, there is the issue of fast transmission of information. It's very fast, very, very fast. Bridget, you have another one?
Is a good substitute for face-to-face.
Yeah, effective substitute for physical. Effective substitute for physical meetings. For physical meetings. It's very effective. If people would be able to adapt it, it is very, very effective. Okay. Examine 5 types of unethical behavior in communication. Unethical behaviors in communication. Some
Disclosure for action.
yeah, disclosing confidential information without authorization. Yeah, that's why you hear some people saying, I am not authorized to speak for this organization. You must be authorized to disclose that. So if you disclose, it is unethical. Kevin? Taking part. Taking part in illegal activities or highlighting them. You saw the other day tumekuwa na maandamano, the side of government criticizing the media because of showing or disseminating information about the demonstrations. And now they are being accused, it's like they are part and parcel of it. Yeah, I saw, was it in Angola the other day? One of the radio stations reported some activities of a militia group, and the government closed the station because you are seen like you are taking part in those illegal activities in your communication. What else? Yeah, spreading false information. Spreading false information. You know, those are the sweet news people want to hear. So you spread. What else? Tekra. Not yet settled. Some. Violating rules. Violating rules of the communication, rules of the organization, and closely related to that, there is what we call plagiarism. Plagiarism is where you communicate information purporting like it is yours. You fail to quote the source. Is unethical in communication. And still on that, there is misuse of internet. Misuse of internet at the workplace. So that internet is not meant for many other functions other than the main functions of the company. So you should ensure that you are using it for the right purposes. Aha. The next tunaulizwa propose 5 strategies that could be used to overcome sender-oriented barriers in telephone conversation. If you are in a telephone conversation, how can you ensure that you overcome those barriers? One is proper utilization of time. Utilization of time. So make sure you are punctual. You also end the call at the right time. Then there is clarity of the message. Clarity of the message. Ensure what you are communicating is very, very clear. You are focused. Don't bring a lot of stories. Something else is ensure absence of noise. Absence of noise. Absence of noise. What else do you think you could add? Yeah, allow response time. Allow response time. I'm sure you have ever talked with such people. Akuruhusu uongee, ukienda tu kuongea unasikia naye ameanza kuongea. So you overlap. There is no good communication. What else? Use what? Use courteous words. Use courteous words. And there is something else, I saw it somewhere. I've been seeing it. Avoid recordings, You know, there are people who record you as you talk. I don't know whether you have met such. Wewe unaongea kumbe mtu ana record. By the way, is it possible to know whether someone is recording you? From your end? How? Or the phone says that there is recording?
This one is now being recorded.
Oh, okay. And how come some people are recorded? And they say I was not aware. Some of that kind of information is they miss it. Because I see like now in Zoom, Zoom meetings, at least in Aquarak that this meeting is being recorded. But for the phone, then if they're able to give you that kawani, then that's very good. Because ukigundua mtu anakurecord, then you just either watch your words or you disconnect the call. Yeah. Ama maybe because most of the phone calls that are recorded zinakuanga heated. Imechemka. Unajua mtu akiwa amechemka, you really listen to some finer things. So hiyo maneno ya kuwa record, the call is being recorded because unnoticed. Okay. Sorry.
Guardian Systems. None of these are none of them are it's not most Imagine that you go, but I never want to see cheats. Really new. Yani ada yang bisa nyayuk. Nanti itu itu harus dikasih. Ada yang dia ada yang sudah semua mengajar seperti ini. Dan dari seperti ini, kita bisa mengenal. Mengenal sendiri jangan lupa. yalingana mkawasaka kanjia au nikidia kabla ya maneno ya British nikidia sana nikidia au nikidia lewat kids nikidia Evans na Nunes hapa. This is an example. Kita bersama, kita bersama masa. Kita punya keluarga. Ini boleh kita apa itu? Agora que isso não é red chama das minha maneira de bandas inglês sabes já agora você vai entender não bom não sabe aí não já vai ver ah vai vai sim bom não eu vou você me dar um manter o bom menino que vai apa ya bahwa nanti sampai orang ini saya tahu
Aha. Kwa OB. Disadvantages of written communication. Disadvantages. Of written communication. One is expensive. Another one, no immediate feedback. Number three, use the audience visual intent. Yeah, not suitable or actually cannot be used where audience is visually impaired or cannot read. Another one.
Is prone to misunderstanding.
Yeah, prone to misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. Number five. Can you say some information will be confidential and access? Information will be confidential. Huh? Hiyo ni kama sijaelewi vizuri. Another? Yeah, prone to errors, grammatical errors. Grammatical. People can make errors in typing and writing. Okay. The next question now is 5 reasons why organizations prefer to use oral presentation than poster. So advantages of oral presentations. Yeah, emotions are displayed and understood. Emotions are displayed and understood. Number 2. Yeah. Audience can be persuaded easily. There is direct feedback. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. Audience and involvement. Yeah. Audience involvement. Audience involvement or engagement. Yes, engagement or involvement. Highlight 5 uses of social media applications in business communications. Five uses of social media applications. Social media ni kina Facebook, Twitter, and so on.
Also marketing.
Marketing tool. Can use it to market. How else can you use it? Some.
Used to identify potential customers.
Yeah, identify potential customers. Kevin?
Use to pass information.
Yeah, pass information. Communicate. Establish competitors. Analysis. You can use it to study the behavior of the competitors. Reject. Here's another. You can undertake a survey. Undertake a survey. You can use it for meetings. Si watu wanatumia ma WhatsApp na what na the conference. Okay. Explain the meaning of the term memorandum. Memorandum is, it can be, you can take it to be the memo. It's all a memo, Yeah. So what is the memo? What's the meaning? Good. A short piece of writing used by an officer. Used by an officer in an organization. Communicate some information. A short piece of writing used by an officer in an organization communicate some information. Yeah, that's a memo or memorandum. Purposes of a new memorandum. What are the purposes of a memo? One is to communicate changes. Communicate changes. Another one is to clarify policies. Clarify policies and other communications. Give me another one. Yeah, submitting reports. Submitting periodical reports. Submitting periodical reports. Summarize 6. Oh. Describe the 5 steps of a listening process. I think hizo tulikonazo kwa notes. The steps of listening. One, tulisoma hiyo. Are they in your notes? Ya kwanza. You receive the information. The second one.
Understanding.
You understand. Number 3. Remembering. Number 4. Evaluating. And the last one. Responding. Steps. The next, summarize 6 features of a good business proposal. These ones are more general knowledge. 1. Features of a business proposal or a good business proposal. 1. It must address the need. Must address the need. What is it that you want to do? Number 2, must provide relevant facts and figures. You're writing a proposal. It must be based on research. So you don't write from emotions, you write from something you have established. Another one is that it must be persuasive. Persuasive. What else? Must include the entire life cycle of the business. Life cycle of the business. We asked how many points? 6. Sasa niongezee moja. Pepe. It must be professionally presented. Let me use that. Professionally presented. Professionally presented. That is the format. Yeah, there is a format of writing a proposal. You don't just write. It's not like any other letter. The format. Okay, explain 6 areas that should be included in a formal report. So parts of a formal report. This is here. Parts of a formal report. Or the contents of a formal report. What are the parts? 1, you must have what? Title of the report. Number 2, you must what have? Must have what? Okay? Terms of reference. Give terms of reference. Number 3, you must have the executive summary, or also called as executive summary. We must have the body. We must have the conclusion. We must have the annexures. The annexures. Okay, time imeenda. Aha. Tulikuwa wapi? 5 steps of listening. Tumeandika features of a proposal, areas. Tumeandika 4 steps that an organization could take to enhance ethical communication. Steps to enhance ethical communication. They are in the notes. Number 1, tulisema you train the employees. You train the employees. Number 2, you build a positive culture. Positive culture. Number 3, you communicate policies. You communicate policies and procedures. Number 4, you adopt audience-centered approach. Audience-centered approach. Number 5, you foster open communication. Open communication. Number 6, you commit to ethical communication. You commit yourself. You commit to ethical communication. Four key elements that should be considered when writing a paragraph. We talked about writing paragraphs. What did we say? We talked about paragraphs. When we talked about written communication. Talked about paragraphs. Minutes. Have you seen it? One sentence. Topic sentence. Topic sentence. Number 2, unity. Adequate development. Adequate development. And the last one is coherence. Coherence. Yeah, good. Coherence. The next is what? Methods used in upward communication. Methods used in upward communication. 1, suggestion boxes. Suggestion boxes. Number 2, questionnaires. Yes, questionnaires, good. They can be used by the seniors to get the Opinion of the juniors, eh? Something else?
Creep boxes.
Huh?
Creep boxes.
Creep. Creep hivi.
Creep.
Eh? Creep. Tulisema tofauti ni tofauti ya grip na suggestion.
This one and also.
But grip, you know who wrote, eh? Good. The fourth one. Hymns, eh? Hymns and welfare. Okay. Finally, factors that should contribute to effective, 6 factors that could contribute to effective group communication. Factors that can make group communication to be effective. 1.
Conflicts among the group.
Yeah, conflicts among the group members. Kevin.
Use of ambiguous words.
Yeah.
Use of ambiguous words.
Yeah, abusive language or words. Reject. Lack of respect, eh? Lack of respect. Lack of time for each other. Tekra. Yeah, preconceptions. Preconceptions. Lack of proper agenda. Mimi nimewaleta pamoja. Anything else? Lack of seriousness or lack of commitment, eh? You don't see these things when you are doing your group discussions. Kwa group lakini kuna mtu yuko tu lakini they are not committed. Mwambie tuangalie hapa hataki. Lakini hatatoka kwa group. Yeah. So I think that is good.